Okay, the last Amalgam battle, probably until August. Doctor Strangefate. Doctor Strangefate is actually a combination of Doctor Strange, Doctor Fate, and Charles Xavier taking on an amalgam that I saw done by deviant artist Pano, Phoenix Raven. I couldn't think of a name. It was first called Phoenix Raven Amalgam. And I was like, man, I can't. The combination of Phoenix and Raven, that's ridiculous. That's an amazing character. The combination of essentially Raven, the daughter of Trigon, who has both angelic and demonic qualities, who has the ability to warp reality, but has to struggle so hard to keep the true amount of her powers at bay because she doesn't want to essentially unleash the demon. Phoenix, a cosmic entity, normally associated with the Summer's bloodline, requires also ability to kind of rein it in. Otherwise, it could become the Dark Phoenix, which is an entity, which again, a cosmic level entity that can have the ability of just raw emotional power. Both of which are pretty much held in check by their host. So, one side, Doctor Strange, Doctor Fate, and Charles Xavier. Easily the most powerful hero in the Amalgam universe. So, we'll try to get through this. This is a heavy one. Same criteria apply. So, let's dive right into this. Intelligence. I am looking at double cosmic entity versus somebody who's got the world's greatest telepath, the Sorcerer Supreme, and a Lord of Order. I'm going to give the edge of intelligence to Doctor Strangefate. If anything else, you've got 3 master level intellects, one of which is a Lord of Order. What helps is they're all working synergistically. You look at Phoenix Raven, when it comes to it, the human element of it is always going to be the true weak point in Phoenix as well as in Raven. Because if nothing else, the real true broad power can be so corrupting in both the Phoenix and Raven aspects that it's going to take the person who is actually the host to kind of try to combat both of those. So even though you've got 2 different cosmic forces feeding you information, there's that constant level of conscious blockage by the host to make sure they're not being taken down a path where they have no way of coming back from. Fighting ability. This is kind of one of those weird ones. Doctor Strange, really accomplished martial artist. Doctor Fate, pretty good when it comes to hand-to-hand as well. Phoenix Raven, there really is no reason to be good when it comes to physical combat. It's almost like saying, well, who's a better fighter, Batman or Galactus? Well, Batman's a better fighter than Galactus. Does it really matter much? Not essentially. It's an aspect of this sort of fight. Strength, sorry. Double cosmic, both of which give access to superhuman strength. Speed, same thing. You're looking at, Raven has the ability to teleport. Phoenix can fly through space at speeds that, depending on writer, can actually, we're talking easily speed of light, if not more. So combining those 2 aspects, that level of speed is going to be almost incomprehensible to what a human can actually think of. Durability, same thing. It's a double cosmic. Doctor Strangefate will get tired. Phoenix, depending on your interpretation of the character, is actually siphoning energy from that which has not been born yet. You combine that with the dark forces of the Raven energy, this is essentially an immortal demigod sort of character. Invulnerability. We've seen Phoenix take stiff shots from somebody like Thor. Was enough to hurt, But if it takes a demigod wielding an artifact to deal damage to you, now combine that with the abilities of Raven, you're going to be looking at something that is well beyond anything that a mortal can do. Even a mortal as powerful as Dr. Strangefate. You know, that is a tremendous level of toughness. Energy projection. Now before you jump down on me on this one, very early on, I did mention that, oh, sorry, I got that in the wrong spot. I've got a little chart here to help me get through some of these. And I've got like 4 different fights going on simultaneously. I'll do this, because that's where the next X was going anyways. For raw energy projection, it is Phoenix Raven. If nothing else, the ability to like burn planets, it's right there. That is, now of course you're probably thinking, wait a minute, I initially had answered over at Dr. Strangefate when actually was versatility. That's the issue with doing these things essentially live. You're watching me actually type stuff in while I've got a little chart there, which pretty much is just these boxes, just the pictures. So just the raw amount of power that come out of Phoenix and Raven by itself is tremendous. Now I'm going to versatility Dr. Strangefate. Now, I know someone's going to go to Wikipedia and be like, well, Raven can do these things and Phoenix can do these things. Yes, they're both reality warpers. However, Dr. Strange has shown that he can stop localized reality warping. He did it with No More Mutants. Dr. Fate can do a similar thing. A Lord of Order is pretty good when it comes to stopping things that have been reality warping in nature. So he's got all the attributes of a Sorcerer Supreme, and all the attributes of Lord of Order. So there's a lot of tricks up that sleeve and in that helmet. So of course you can already tell it's the best it can ever be is 5-4. Phoenix Raven has just got this in spades. But if there's any individual that can probably tell a chance about defeating Phoenix Raven, it would be Dr. Strangefate. Because if nothing else, like I said earlier on, the weakness of the Phoenix Raven amalgam is the host. If you don't believe me, go back and reread Dark Phoenix Saga. Dark Phoenix had X-Men on the ropes. It wasn't until Jean went, you know what, Scott, I am holding this thing back, I'm training the guns on me, but everything has to hit me to kill me. Go back and read about X-Men 3 last time. Don't watch it, you don't need to. The only reason why Wolverine was able to defeat Dark Phoenix was because Phoenix let it happen. A combination of Charles Xavier, Stephen Strange, and Dr. Fate has the ability to convince the host that they're too powerful, that they have to be stopped. But, you know, the most powerful mortal in the Amalgam universe does not, you know, would be hard-pressed to try to defeat one of the most powerful cosmic forces. Therefore, giving your winner to be Phoenix Raven. I know I made a flub there, and it happens. By all means, light me up in the comment section below. But I will say, one of the things I did while looking up amalgams, and I saw this one, you don't know you want it until you see it. Ghost Rider, Iron Man. Look at that. And tell me that's not awesome.